Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's the podcast with the same crew as always. Cha-cha-cha. What's up, y'all? It's episode 37. Longtime watcher, first-time writer. You know it. You love it. Or at least I hope you do. I hope it'd be weird if you were listening to like the 37th episode and you were just like, man, I fucking hate this shit.
Unless you're here because you hate us that much. I guess that's equally flattering.
Yeah, I guess.
Eyelashes.
I don't want to know if you're hate watching, so you'll have to DM that specifically to probably be.
Yeah.
But
Please do. At bdropsart on twitter.com.
You can go ahead and at me too.
Or
but I
at
am gonna call you
bdrops.
the N-word.
Either one. But I'd be incredibly fascinated if you have a hate watcher already. It'd be such a thing.
Oh, a long-time hate watcher.
Yeah.
First-time hate writer.
Yeah.
That's what they should be doing.
Hate time
Yeah.
watcher, hate time writer.
Yeah, come hate ride yourself to my house so I can fucking lariat your shit. Anyway. It's episode 37, a long-time watcher, first-time writer. It's the same old crew that you know and love, back at it again. As always, I am your longtime watcher, King Fats the 95th, and as always, I am joined by my wonderful, wonderful writer crew, Action to Shakespeare,
Hello.
B Drops,
Hello.
and the magical whale Gopher.
Hi.
Hell yeah. We're gonna get into it. We got a good little chunk of episodes that we're doing today. They're episodes 78 and 79 of the original Kamen Rider series. Those are the terrifying... This is something I noticed that is a little weird. The, actual show translations on everything calls the monster Urchin Dogma, but for, the title translation, they call him Unidogma.
It's just a translation thing. Uni is urchin.
Yeah.
They
They
just
keep doing that.
For whatever
Just-
reason, did not.
just didn't feel like doing
translate
it.
in that moment.
Just didn't want to do it that time. The terrifying Unidogma and Ghost Monsters. And Jigoku Taishi, the terrifying true form.
With a question mark.
With a question mark. Yeah, it's that classic
Intentional
shit.
inflection. Yes.
Yeah.
It's the good stuff that you know and love. Although I have to say, I am slightly more partial to the Shout Factory title for the episode, which I don't think I have access to anymore. But if I recall correctly, the Shout... Yeah, here we go. Yeah, the other translation for the episode is Hell Ambassador, the true meaning of fear, and I just like that a lot more. Like...
Witness the true face of fear.
Very corny. I love it.
It's like terrifying true form is very good, but the true meaning of fear is
Specifically with the true meaning of fear, I can see like a very charming but not so great dub, like English dub being on it.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Last time on Kamen Rider.
Last time on Kamen Rider. Let's talk about last time on.
Yeah, we should talk about last time on Kamen Rider because you weren't here. You were getting surgery done.
Yeah, I got my chest cut open and it was great.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
Didn't suck. No, I mean, well, given the results afterwards, maybe a little, but that's not as important as the actual show.
It depends on who you ask.
Depends on who you ask. If you want to ask, I don't know. It depends.
Depends on who you are.
Send me a selfie first.
Please have the social crisis.
And you better make sure that selfie is playing Fresh Prince of Blair in the background, or else.
Oh God.
Glad I got to make that relevant.
Yeah. Wow. You really squeaked that in there.
Yep.
No, last time I wasn't here.
Yeah.
And everybody have fun with P.O. I gotta listen to that episode, actually. I realized, I should listen to that, because I wasn't there.
Yeah.
So I should maybe catch up myself. But, I realized a fun fact that from King Fats' response sounded like it never got brought up.
It did not.
It did not. The three fucking sea dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Which was a brutal ass episode.
Yeah.
By the way, that was awesome.
It was dope.
People getting drilled and shit. That was great. I noticed that they were saying each sea dragon said their number as their scream.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I thought that was neat.
Yeah.
Just personally, because for the longest time it was just number one, and I didn't grok it until they started going through the revolving door and dying.
Mm-hmm.
But so it just sounded like it was saying H, but he was in fact saying each. And number 2 didn't really survive long enough for me to notice that much, but number 3 was very clearly saying something else, and I thought that was fun. That's like the first time I feel like they've ever had like a concrete gimmick to the weird animal noises.
Ain't that the truth?
Like, outside of, I guess, the rose screaming.
Which was not the correct gimmick, but boy, it was concrete.
Which sure was a gimmick that they didn't intend to do until the very end. But they did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. That was a fun little moment. When speaking of brutality, and the last episode of Kamen Rider.
Yeah, it's time for everybody's favorite part of the podcast, or at the very least my favorite part, the death count with our good friend B Drops. Take it away, B.
Thank you. The tide has come in, my friends.
Huzzah!
We are drowning.
Yay!
Thank
Thank
God.
God.
Except Shakes, I guess.
Huh?
Enjoy the show. So we got a couple sword fights in both of these episodes.
Yeah.
That brings the kill count up significantly, as they always do. But we also have the caveat of episode 67 uniquely having 3 kills of 3 big bads. So
Triple kill.
yeah, it's delightful. So Shocker did get their 3 kills on the 3 worker civilians, with Sea Dragon 1 being the only Sea Dragon to get any kills. Good job, guy.
Congratulations.
Put in the work.
Congratulations. Yeah, Hongo got those 3 Sea Dragon kills, as well as 7 kills in a sword fight, bringing him a total of
Nice.
10 kills. Shocker with 3, and a total of 13 for episode 76. Episode 77 was a bit lighter on Takeshi's side of things. He only got the big bad kill on our big bad Newt Geth for the episode.
Mm-hmm.
The only on-screen death we had by the hands of the Shocker agents was that one woman who was killed by Newt Geth at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
That poor lady who just got
Yeah.
obliterated
So
to ash. I just thought she would get strangled, but then she just disintegrated.
Sometimes you just disintegrate.
I feel that. I truly do.
If there's one thing Kamen Rider is good about, it's consistently not making the deaths look like real ones.
Mm.
I guess I feel like, and that probably helps soften the blow for younger viewership. But
maybe, yeah.
for anybody else who's just thinking about it, it's like, Jesus,
Yeah.
how horrifying!
Oh my god.
Turn to
Yeah.
ash.
The real notable kills in episode 77 were Taki's, actually. He gets a sword fight.
Yeah.
I feel like
And-
that's the first time he's made good on a sword fight.
He's had one before, but he didn't do that much. I think he got like
Yeah.
3 the last time, and
Yeah.
he's blown that number out of the water this time. He got 8 kills by himself in this
Damn.
episode.
Good shit,
I think
Taki.
that
My goodness.
I forgot to go check my records. I cannot recall, but that might beat the record. That might have been set at 7 by Tachibana. It was 7 or 9, and I cannot recall. But, yeah, Taki just really bringing in a whole wave himself. So with those 2 kills plus Taki's 8, that gives us 10 for episode 77. So for both episodes, we have 11 kills for Takeshi, bringing him up to 188 kills out of 482 for Team Kamen Rider.
Woo!
4 for Shocker, bringing them up to 217.
All right, not bad.
8. Oh no. Well, I'm
I mean-
curious how much further they'll get.
Yeah, like it's boo because
Yeah.
fascist kills, but again, just number go up.
You know.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Respect.
It's episode 78. Congratulations on finally breaking 200 kills. Took you
Thank
long
God.
enough.
You-
You fucking
You're
dicks.
so
Yeah.
idiots.
It started strong, and it was really. I feel like beginning of the series, shocker, just loved the mass murder.
Oh,
and
that was
they
their
kinda toned
favorite.
That down.
Very
Which,
much. Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Purosaurus.
Entire
What a legend.
clubs.
Yeah,
That was a nightmare to count. Thank
I-
you for not doing that anymore.
I bet.
8 of those kills for Team Miscellaneous via Taki brings them up to 48 kills.
Woo!
And that gives us 23 additional kills for these episodes. So we are now at a total of 747 kills as of Kamen Rider episode 77.
Jeez.
I like my favorite part about last week's episodes is that the kill count is canon, and the Rider Girls are keeping track.
Hell yeah.
and Taki is also keeping track, as he apparently took it to heart and killed 8 people in the next episode.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Glad to see you putting in the work, Taki. Sad that
We know you're good for it.
we're definitely not going to get anywhere near 800 by episode 80, which is, that's a shame. But cool to see murder number go up, I guess.
Absolutely.
I
Truly,
am
the
curious.
more I think about how fun the death count is and everything, the more I can't wait to be done with this season so B doesn't have to do this shit anymore.
What are you talking about? We gotta count all series.
No, that's not happening. No, we're not doing that. I think there is a general I won't speak for everyone necessarily, but I do feel like there's maybe just a general sense of at least some fatigue with Kamen Rider Ichigo, at least this late into the game. Like, I still love the show and everything, it's great, but boy, we sure have been doing this shit for 79 episodes.
A little, though. I feel like it's hit another bit of an incline with these
Mhm.
episodes.
Yeah, for sure. These episodes were definitely 2 high points, and we got proof from the Jikai on episode 79 that we're shaking things up. So maybe writing the rest of the series out will not be quite so bad.
I think Ichigo got fatigued with itself.
Like,
Yeah, a little bit.
I still, I want to gather my thoughts more elegantly. But I'd like to discuss, at one point, just that fatigue of Ichigo itself, because
Mhm.
it's interesting with
Yeah.
how it works.
Yeah,
And-
that would definitely be a very interesting conversation to have, like,
Mhm.
either as like a bonus episode or something to do like post watching Ichigo once we're finally free.
Yeah, but I think there's definitely fatigue within Ichigo itself, but I'm still holding out hope for the excitement of the 1,000 kill mark.
Yeah.
I want to make the bloody cake.
I think we're gonna make it. I do
Yes.
still think we're gonna make it. I'm confident.
I'm
what were the
not
totals at currently?
747.
Hmm.
Listen, I'm not gonna pretend
That's
like
gonna
we
be
don't
close.
have a ways to go, but I mean we've got
Go.
after this episode we got another 18 episodes to go, so I think we can
Go
do
for
it.
may I ask, is there a consolation prize? Should we not reach
Ooh.
1,000?
That's a good question, and I'll have to get back to you on that.
Valid.
I look forward to it.
But I want an excuse to make a blood cake.
That's you don't necessarily need an excuse to make a blood
rather-
cake, but I appreciate it.
Rather, a cake that bleeds, not
Yeah.
a blood cake.
It's a good clarification.
Yeah, those are two very different things.
Yeah.
Shrug. Chase your bliss.
And you call us a
I mean-
freak.
Look,
Meat cake.
there was nothing weird about blood cake because it's just like some people use blood in cooking.
Yeah, cooking with blend is a very valid thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's true.
But I was that's why I specified I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna make a cake that bleeds, and it's gonna bleed jelly. Maybe be a red velvet. I don't know. I'll have to work out the thing.
I had a friend, and this is a tangent, I apologize, but I had a friend
That's
in high
fine.
school, and I mean this in the kindest way. She liked to make cakes for people on their birthdays, but there was this very unfortunate thing about it, wherein she perhaps may not be considered the best baker, but of course she was so excited about it that nobody wanted to say anything, and every time she would make a red velvet cake. And she had this terrible habit of constantly opening the oven door. And if you know anything about baking,
You're
you
not
know that
supposed
this
to do
would
that.
kind of ruin the cake. So basically, what ended up being the end product every time was a terribly deflated cake that did accumulate juices.
Oh.
It made a pool in the center where the the deflation happened and made a little pit, and obviously no one wanted to say anything, but we were also very curious as to how this was consistently happening. And the closest thing anyone got to an answer, because obviously no one wanted to be like, this cake may perhaps not have been cooked properly, they were asking about her process, and she says that she liked her cakes moist. And we could not help but exchange glances at that
Yeah.
moment.
There's moist, and then there's what you've done, which is a crime.
I mean, I relate heavily to that. What?
Gopher, I want you to chase your bliss, but I want you to be aware of what you're doing when you're baking. It's okay if it's a choice.
Not necessarily with baking, just, creative endeavors. You're excited, but you're not really the best at doing it, but you do it anyway, kind of thing.
Godspeed.
Mm.
You just always have to be careful with food.
Yeah. You might get someone sick.
Yeah. If anything with food, I overcook to avoid that.
It's certainly safer that way.
True that.
It is, but it kind of sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in you, Gopher. Apologies for
Thank
the
you.
tangent.
No,
Let
you're
us
good.
talk about other bloody matters.
Yeah, let's talk about this bloody episode of Kamen Rider. It's
Bloody episode!
Yeah, I was
bloody
like,
episode.
It's
I don't-
bloody episode. Come right.
I don't really even know if we need to go, much further, because we're already talking about cakes, and cakes is adjacent to chocolate.
Mm.
Seg.
Yeah. Segue to nowhere near where we're at in the episode. Thank you.
In the synopsis.
It's only a couple of minutes.
Yeah, no, it's fair. But we do have to do this part first. We're starting with episode 78, the terrifying Unidogma plus Ghost Monsters. Original air date September 23rd, 1972. Starts a little something like this.
Hit it?
The episode opens at night as a plane delivers a package over a small mountainside village. A young boy is
Amazon delivering cubes.
Hey yo, Amazon drone delivery.
What?
Oh shit! My cube.
Shut that shit down in a graveyard.
No,
Why does that play? I'm sorry, I'm immediately getting it.
No, you're-
it, but
you-
why does that shit explode and then parachute down?
what an excellent question that I simply don't have an answer for. Because what I don't even know what the explosion is supposed to symbolize. Does the plane go down? Is it them launching the cube? What the fuck? Why
I
him
assumed
explode?
they were launching it. I don't
Yeah.
have a good...
Did they shoot it in a missile, and the missile explodes and lets it land?
Yeah, and out comes a cube, and then you gotta drive 8 hours to Bendigo
And
to
then
get
they
the
have a-
glowing green cube.
It's fascinating. Also, love me a glowing cube.
Love when the cube
Great
glows.
prop.
Yeah, 10 out of prop. 10 out of 10 prop when the cube goes. A young boy is startled by the sound of the delivery and sees the package fall into a nearby graveyard. He goes to investigate, but soon Shocker arrives and takes the package and hides it. The boy uncovers the package and sees a sea urchin egg. Then he is scared off by Urchin Dogma. He goes home to tell his parents what happened, only to find they are melting. He hears that Shocker is coming to count up the dead, so he runs and hides.
No, you see, it was just that guy. You know that guy that makes a bunch of objects out of chocolate?
Mm-hmm.
He made his parents.
Yeah. He pulled an epic prank on him. Made him chocolate pancakes.
It was a hot summer day.
Yeah.
And it didn't go so well
Then,
after a while.
yeah. You really got it.
Yum.
I don't know what they used to make this effect, but this is just like an incredibly thin, super runny, very dark brown liquid that is just poured all over these parents' faces. That I'm glad that we have opted for the chocolate pull, because it looks like something else as well.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't put your parents in a chocolate fountain. This is a PSA.
Listen, we
Yumby.
23 pages of discourse.
Locked.
Oh god, no!
Now you
No!
remember.
Oh. Too old for this.
This is actually really fucked up. Parents shouldn't be in chocolate
Mm.
fountains.
Wow, I haven't thought about that one in a while.
Do we elaborate for those at home?
God, yeah, there are probably people who have no idea what we're talking about, huh?
Do you want I should explain the joke?
Yeah, I mean, might as well just.
It's kind of esoteric, yeah.
Yeah, if only for history, for preservation's sake, for prosperity.
For
Yeah,
progeny.
For no other reason.
Yeah.
There was a Tumblr post involving a scene from a movie. Fucking Jack and Jill.
Yep.
Right. Adam Sandler.
Yeah, Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler, Jack and Jill.
Home of the Dunkachino.
God, that's right. I forgot Dunkachino's from Jack and Jill.
It's what the movie's
Not
about.
Alan.
Wait, the movie is about
sorry,
Dunkachino?
The movie is about making that commercial.
Oh my god.
That's the entire plot.
I've never seen it. I had no idea that the plot of Jack and Jill is about making the Dunkachino commercial.
Yep.
Holy fucking shit.
That movie is an extended commercial for Dunkin' Donuts.
Holy shit. I'm sorry, please
Anyways,
continue.
there's a comical bit where somebody's parakeet.
It's
the white
cockatool.
ones.
The
Cockatool.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The ones that the one what makes the mohawk.
Yeah, right. And there's a chocolate fountain, and it's dipping into the chocolate fountain and it's having a great time.
Yeah.
It is very much a CGI scene of a fake animal interacting with fake chocolate.
Yeah.
But people would just post that GIF out of context on Tumblr.
Yeah.
And someone got really fucking mad about it. And it started this, like, insane chain of discourse. And people jumping in to say, this is from the movie Jack and Jill, and this bird is fake, did not dissuade the discourse from raging like a wildfire.
That didn't make people shut the fuck up.
It might have only made them
Angrier.
argue even harder. They were very upset about this bird.
About the very concept of this bird theoretically dunking itself in chocolate.
Yeah, do not dunk your cockatiels in chocolate fountains. It's very bad for them. They can't eat chocolate.
I mean, I think I had that one figured there, Einstein.
Make them suffocate.
Yeah, that was Tumblr back in the good old days.
Yeah.
Tumblr has, and still to this day, I believe, has like an extremely unique like comedic tone that you can't really get anywhere else.
True.
So for better or worse, it's difficult to leave because it's just such a specific brand of nuts.
There are gems that you are gonna get on Tumblr that you aren't gonna get anywhere else. One that one that is permanently branded to my brain. Like I am never not capable of just mentally pulling this post up. It's a GIF from this commercial for like a device to help like clean your pets without having to use like water and soap and everything. And so it's a GIF of this person running the brush across the dog, and it's got a little thing on the GIF, and it says no soap, and someone just replies stinky. And then the original poster replies with a picture of the dog looking at the camera. And they picked like the perfect frame, because it's just a dog looking at the camera. He's probably happy as a clam, but just the exact second of imagery that they paused on is just such a great, like, why the fuck would you say that? It just lives in my brain rent free. I can at any time, my brain can just go, no soap, stinky. And then I can just see that dog looking at the camera like, bro, what the fuck? I don't even know you.
I will say that the bird post, I think is probably mostly famous because of the initial outburst was someone making like a call out post about the bird post.
Mm-hmm. God.
And they made this whole PSA about how it's animal abuse, and someone else replied, still thinking it was sincerely real, in defense of the bird gif, of saying like, oh, it's like nobody forced that thing into it, walked into the chocolate.
Yeah,
like
my man's knew what he was doing.
It's like, it's not like it the bird made a mistake, and that's funny. and this person has the all-time famous line of starting their retort with, "Listen here, come slut."
Oh, that is incredibly Tumblr.
Yeah. I think that's what really took it into the immortal.
Yeah, listen here, come slut is right up there with, hey, P-Brain, do you teleport?
Well, that's like the opposite end, because that's like a sex bot.
Yeah.
that one's a porn bot.
I forgot that was
the most amazing thing to somebody.
Teleport.
Yeah. Tumblr is a place where insane things happen.
Anyways, yeah, the Heritage Post thing of it has that entire heated retort, and then just someone posting the video of the scene to be like, it's CGI, guys. Y'all.
God bless Tumblr Heritage Posts for preserving our history for future generations.
Here goes.
I mean, what a way to start a retort to a debate. Listen here, come slut. Well, you've got my attention.
Yeah.
You ran.
Alright.
Anyway, comment
It's bad for parents to be covered in chocolate.
Yeah, it's bad for parents to be... Listen here, come slut. It's bad for parents to be covered in chocolate.
Leave him alone!
His name is Hunger.
Oh, no. Oh, it's going to be a good episode, baby. I can tell.
I'm sorry.
I gotta say, this kid has the biggest stones of like anyone in the world.
True.
Because he saw that shit and said, that's falling towards the graveyard. I'm gonna go run into the graveyard in the dead of night.
Yep. Listen, this is a kid...
Who on earth?
Like, exactly this kid, though. He has the exact upbringing to be primed for this sort of shit. He lives in a small, remote, secluded mountain village, like, 2 feet away from the graveyard. It seems like.
Did not seem like a far jog.
Yeah, like, this dude must live in this graveyard. He's probably just in there, like, every day, playing hide and seek and shit. People are like, the graveyard's haunted, and he's like, no, it's not, it's my house. I live here. I'm the ghost. And damn, he almost was. He had a couple of close scrapes. Speaking of, let's get back into the synopsis so we can talk about some of those. Or actually,
Whew.
do we want to talk about Urchin Dogma? Because we have seen him now, so now is usually about when we describe him. Apologies to the rest of my cast. The best picture of him I could get was this really small one of a toy.
When Fat says small, he's not exaggerating. It's 256 by 256 pixels.
It's a very small image.
It's itty bitty.
Cheese, I know.
It is a thumbnail at best.
I mean,
His baby.
There's a nice
really
good zoom in of his face.
I forgot about that facial structure.
You forgot about his handlebar mustache?
I am so excited. I'm so excited that you get to draw this, B.
I almost feel like you want to draw him, though. Do you?
No.
We could switch anytime you like.
It's not a... I'm very anxious to see your interpretation of this little mouth smiling with fangs.
He's so cute. I just want to
mustache
reach in and grab a handful.
made out of bananas. Like...
He looks... his internal facial structure looks like a koosh ball.
Oh.
Like,
I don't know what a koosh ball is, but it sounds very cute.
Those balls that have like all the strings.
Yeah.
Oh, those have
like,
a name?
Yeah, they're called koosh balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he does. He does look like those little things. He looks so happy.
He's just
He does have like a little like...
Yeah. I'm so evil.
With his tiny little eyes that really sell it.
Beady little eyes.
God, I, for me, it's like the negative space between his nose and his mouth, because it's just like so kind of barren.
Yeah,
it's all in the same plane, and it's just like what.
What a fucking choice of Kushma.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I realized, I saw that and I was like, oh, I can't not let this rip.
Roland Emmerich Godzilla as a Kushma.
That's 98, guys.
Fucking Kushzilla, baby. Go for you were saying, I apologize.
You know, it's just all on the same plane of existence. So it's like there's no depth within this face. And you know, now that I keep looking at it, like even more, it is the primary red paint for the mouth.
Yeah.
It's just a solid block of color.
Yeah.
It's a choice. Like a ripped open durian fruit with a baby face stapled to it.
God,
big old
yeah.
Octopus mustache.
Yeah, this is such a...
Are those nostrils?
I don't know.
I think
Or
they're
eyes?
supposed
Is
to.
that
I prefer
big
to think
thing
of
at
them
the
as
top?
eyes.
I do too,
think-
but like,
Yeah.
no, you know, I guess it works either way because the mustache is right below them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm.
man,
Like, I'd like to think that their intent for this was that there's like a little red or like a kind of big red pustule kind of on the top.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that was supposed to be the eye with like the like hole that is open. I think that in its entirety was supposed to be the mouth. And it's just like lined with like teeth or like tendrils. But the way it's framed, the way it's painted, it doesn't read like that at all if
Nope.
that is the case.
Not
And
not
it makes
even
this
remotely.
hilarious effect.
Not with a close up like that. Either.
Oh
Yeah,
goodness,
no.
no! Like, yeah, it's lit improperly if that's the case, and I'm really not sure if it is.
I wish this picture of the toy was a little bit bigger so we could be a little more clear, but unfortunately, not a lot of good pictures of this particular.
They kept the holes, so I have to imagine they figured it was intentional.
One
I
would
definitely
assume,
think
right?
the
Eye
holes are.
in the maw. Yeah, I think those are just practical, but like they're so obvious.
Yeah, you can't like they're too obvious. You can't not see them.
Yeah,
Just got
and like
a little face and a little mustache.
it's such a weird effect because in the last few suits that needed this, eye holes for practicality, you could see them, but it wasn't like a large takeaway from
Yeah.
the suit. And so to have it like go back to that is really weird.
It's either that the eye holes are too obvious, or it's just simply that yes, those are what his eyes are supposed to look like. Which I prefer to go for the latter option because it just makes this guy a delight to look at.
Yeah, truly. It's
A little guy.
Just a little guy. Good old Urchin Dogma. What a name on him too. Urchin Dogma. That's, I don't know. There's something about that I really appreciate.
Dogma of the urchin.
Yeah. The
What
urchins
is
will
this
rise
dogma?
up.
Yeah, I guess that is it. He only has one right now.
Yeah.
I did not grok that one was an egg the whole time, and it was just the single one. I guess I kind of figured it out later, but like I just thought he just appeared small and then poof, he's here.
That's fair.
They were just delivering Urchin Dogma
That's-
to the graveyard.
That's kind of what I assumed initially as well. But
honestly, yeah.
especially because it's not without the outside of the realm of possibility for Shocker in the slightest.
Yeah, but they make it clear what its purpose is later in the episode.
Mm-hmm.
To an amazing conclusion.
True, yeah, to quite a conclusion. Let's get through some more of the synopsis so we can get to that conclusion, shall we?
What's Tachibana up to?
No, we're not there just yet.
Oh.
Because first we got to go back to the Shocker base, where Ambassador Hell
Oh,
tells his
yeah.
troops not to get so worked up over one little kid.
I forgot it was more scolding.
Yeah, we got to do the guess who just got yelled at.
It's great every time.
It's great every single. It's my favorite trait of Ambassador Hell is that he just had no qualms about just fucking yelling at everyone all the time. Anyway, we then see Tachibana, and I put Yoko because that's what y'all said what it was.
She wasn't Yuri, she wasn't Choco.
It wasn't Choco, yeah, and yeah, I'm pretty sure it wasn't Yuri. So wait, that means it was Toko, wasn't it?
Is her name Toko? God, I
Is
don't
her name-
remember.
is
It
Toko
was Choco
Yoko?
and something that rhymed with
It was
Choco.
Yoko.
Was it Yoko?
Yoko?
Does that mean Dog Leash left?
Yoko was. I think she
Yes,
left a
Dog
while
Leash
ago.
left.
Okay, then yes, this has to be Yoko
Yeah.
then.
Pretty sure Dog Leash was replaced by Yoko and Choco.
Okay, that makes sense.
Rip Dog Leash. You're
Yeah, sorry,
not
girl.
exactly missed, but we do feel bad.
Absolute champion Yuri.
Yeah, truly.
Outlasting the actual GOAT, Goro.
Yuri
Her own brother.
Yuri out here entered the Royal Rumble at the number 1 position and has survived for 45 minutes. Can she go all the way? Does she get a
Definite
spot
Iron
at WrestleMania? We shall find out. So yeah, we see Tachibana and Yoko looking out on the sea in the same village. Yoko and Tachibana are in the town to visit Tachibana's family graves, but unbeknownst to them, they are being watched by Shocker. At the graveyard, the two...
Weirdly chummy.
Yeah!
Sorry.
No,
I have to
you're...
point this
It
out.
was weird.
Like,
The energy was...
Tachibana is here for personal reasons, and Yoko decided to come with.
Mm-hmm.
And they're kind of, they're trading jabs, like talking about how nice the sea is, like how it's a nice place to be at. I don't know. It was very date-like.
Yeah, I definitely got that impression too. I was like, is this supposed to be like Tachibana's like girlfriend or something? Because I didn't know who it was at first, so I was like, who is this woman?
We sincerely just don't have her face memorized because she's had, like, no personality whatsoever, and we latched onto Choco immediately because she was given a single character trait, and we were just starved for it.
Important. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Like, why not? Right?
Well,
it's not like
my only why not is just that she does. I don't know how old Tachibana is supposed to be in this series, but they kind of depict him as pretty old, and she seems pretty young.
Listen,
some
girls like that.
Yeah, that's fair. As long as she's of age to, say that she's cool with that sort of thing, and he is too. More power to them.
Yeah, I don't think they're children at the very least.
Yeah, no, probably not. They seemed like they were like early 20s, so. But, it's not.
Girls have all been pretty established as adults from what I can tell.
Yeah, it's not like the show ever gives a shit to tell us, though, right? We don't know. They could all been 16 this whole time, and we could have never known.
You're not wrong. I mean, like, I feel like the only concrete one was Ruriko.
Yeah, really.
Because
we know she was we knew she was in college, but
she was in college and worked at a cafe, or her friend worked at a cafe.
No, they both worked at the cafe.
Did they? Shit.
Yeah, they both worked at the cafe.
Who's Ruriko?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's the woman?
See, Snack Amigo.
Yeah, rest in peace, Snack Amigo. Will be missed, but not forgotten. Yeah, truly, we do not know the age of the current writer girls, so goodness only knows, but they do seem to generally be in their, like, early to mid-20s, so it's probably fine. I mean, like I said, they also don't ever make a point to establish how old Tachibana is, either. He might not even be that old. It's just they kind of
generically old.
Yeah, they do just kind of portray him as old without ever giving him an age.
He's probably like 35, but spiritually 60.
Yeah.
I feel that in my soul. I'm not even 35.
It's anime age.
Yeah, really.
He's 35. That makes him the old man.
Yeah, in anime, if you're older than 20, you are the elder.
That's generally how it goes.
That's why Daisy is the... That's why everyone treats Daisy like that.
A little bit, huh?
That's why they keep calling her a MILF.
That's why. Yeah, that's...
Yeah, that's the only reason. There's definitely nothing else.
That is the only... Yeah, absolutely.
I'm looking at you.
Yeah,
perceiving
I'm
you.
looking right back, motherfucker. Get at me. Stand in my truth.
Anyway.
Just one thing about me, you gotta know. Anyway,
romantic date in the grave.
Yeah, romantic date to the Tachibana grave site, but unbeknownst to them, they are being watched by Shocker. At the graveyard, the two are met... whoops, that's me mixing two sentences together. At the graveyard, the two meet... That's the wrong meet. The young boy, and he tells them what happened. They take the boy home, only to see his parents are alive, but they seem to be acting strange. Tachibana leaves the boy and calls the Moto Club, and calls in a club a club. Oh, right. I forgot I did this. I accidentally called it the Moto Club in the synopsis. That's not a thing anymore.
Yeah, what's a Moto Club?
Anyway.
Who rides bikes?
Anyway, he calls in the code 2Z4, then heads back into town to save the boy. The boy is attacked by Shocker, but rescued... Nope. Yeah, boy, I really was starting to get tired when I was writing this on. The boy is attacked by Shocker, but is rescued by Tachibana and Yoko. We then see Hongo and Taki on their way to town to help Tachibana. On the way, they see something strange, so Hongo stops to investigate a strange sight in the bushes. A new Shocker cyborg that Hongo thinks is Urchin Dogma.
here's a fucking thing.
Yeah, this is
a very new concept for Kamen Rider Ichigo, long-term booking.
Yeah, really. we were setting up next week's match today.
And it didn't even end next week. Spoilers.
Yeah, true.
This thing's going for at least 3 episodes.
That's heat, baby.
And it's not even the main event. It's not even like a key element of any of the two before. It is just a side character.
Yeah. I guess they were really excited about setting up their new thing that we'll talk about at the end of the next episode. But yeah, so this weird goblin creature is just hiding in the bushes, and Hongo's like, I'm
Screaming.
like 95% sure that's Urchin Dogma. I'm gonna go kill him. You have fun dealing with mooks in town, Taki. And Taki's like, boy howdy, I love murder. So off he goes.
I'm getting my numbers up.
He really is, honestly. He is putting in the work,
Yeah.
and I respect it.
Appreciate Taki out here trying to pad the stats. You'll love to see it. So yeah, Hongo goes to fight this strange creature, and it's not Urchin Dogma. I guess we won't talk about what he looks like yet, because we don't... They, like, very explicitly try to make sure we don't see all of this dude ever. Like, even to the point where when the one extended conversation he has with Hongo, they, like, make sure Hongo is placed directly in front of him, so you can barely see him at all, except for, like, the crab claw he's got around Hongo's neck. So, I guess we won't say too much about him at present, but yeah, there's a weird new monster, and he's got the same basic color scheme as Urchin Dogma. And that's basically all they give us for now.
Yeah, I guess he was similarly green-ish.
He's
So
he's
it's
green
like,
with yellow face.
yeah, it's mistakable enough.
Yeah.
There's another half of that face that's even uglier.
Yeah, true.
All we can say right now is that the suit sucks.
I think the suit's not that bad. There is an element to the suit that you think sucks, that I think
It's not
is
great.
pretty funny.
I think I'm in
I'm-
Gopher's boat this time.
I'm undecided. I need to see him some more. I need to see how he looks,
Yeah,
how he
that's-
plays on TV.
That's fair.
I'm going to gouge it off.
Fair.
Don't gouge it off. He needs that, man.
No, he doesn't.
You don't know what he's like.
He's a
I
fascist.
know what
He
he's
doesn't
going to
need
be
it.
like in a moment.
Oh, jeez. Be out here being ruthless.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, no, we don't even get this dude's name at this point. He's just a guy, and he's like, you'll get to learn more about what my shit is next time, Kamen Rider. Yeah!
Ah.
See ya.
Oh no.
And he promptly
Very-
fucks off.
I must say it's quite wild to see such a, like, explicit acknowledgement of such a thing in the middle of an episode. I'm
Mm.
used to that being a very tagged on to the end thing of, like, catch
Yeah.
me next time, Ryder. But he shows up and is literally like, we'll meet again soon, next episode, probably.
Yeah, it's
And then we have, like, 15 more minutes to go.
it's kind of...
And then Ambassador Hell's like, "What the fuck?"
He's like, bro, did you make a new cyborg and not tell me? What the fuck?
Points at screen.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up and know your place.
Yeah. To which Fashy said she was like, I don't have to tell you shit, bitch. Shut the fuck up.
I'm your boss.
You will do as you are told. And right now you are told to shut your hell. Shut your Ambassador Hell.
Shut the Ambassador Hell your mouth.
I don't think I put that part in the synopsis, so I'm glad that we did make a point to talk about it. Nope, wait, never mind. Yes, I did. Meanwhile, Ambassador
Yeah,
Hell
later.
also hears about the new cyborg, and we see Taki meet up with the Moto Club gang to get the boy out of town. They attempt to flee, but all roads are, air quotes, blocked.
Impassable.
Impregnable.
The flames. They are just too strong and too
Those-
high.
Those
and
roads
flames
too wide.
cannot be pregnated except by one
There's
Dale Gribble.
3 enormous feet of fire from left to right, and insurmountable 6 inches high. There is no feasible way any earthly creature could maneuver around such an obstacle.
Yes, that's right,
Yeah.
wretched Taki. You'll never get past my flame barrier. Please ignore the conveniently motorcycle-sized gap on the left side of said flame barrier. You will never escape.
It truly was just perfectly wide
He
enough.
really could have just slipped right on through and been like, I'm gonna go get some water, I'll be back.
Like one glass should do it.
Yeah, really. So yes, we have some very silly flame barriers, the second of which is at least a little bit better hidden, because they film it from behind the fire.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, that first one, they just weren't fooling anybody.
Techniques. It was like an aerial shot.
It was- yeah.
It truly did not give any. It didn't make that thing look good whatsoever.
Nope.
You were in fact doing the opposite.
It was,
No favors.
no favors whatsoever. So yeah, they try to take these 2 roads out of town. They're like, oh no, they're blocked. They talk to the boy. They say, boy, how can we get out of the town? And he goes, well, we can go through the graveyard and around the mountain. And everyone is just like, yeah, that's a good idea, considering everything that's happened so far.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to the
They're
graveyard.
definitely not funneling us.
Definitely not following you. So yeah, they
Meanwhile,
all the roads are blocked. So they go on foot through the cemetery. Meanwhile, Hongo attacks Shocker in the base. That's just the one sentence, because that's basically all there is to that part.
Well,
Yeah.
he
Well-
appears on their TV.
Yeah.
He hacks into their system.
I'm on your TV.
It's me.
I'm hacking your
It's-
brainwaves.
so good.
It's me, Takeshi Hongo. I'm in your TV.
Thank God.
Maybe I love to see it.
Like, it was truly... I said it while we were watching. I really wish he just reached through the screen and just started whipping ass. But
Yeah.
he had some realistic restraint, at least, and was like, look behind you!
It's me, Austin.
horror game monster, Takeshi Hongo.
Yeah, really. Fucking between that bit and then also the beginning of next episode, we are, very much so turning Takeshi Hongo into just like the Mr. X of Shocker.
Which, incredible.
Yeah, really good energy. More superheroes need to just be like relentless evil monsters to their villains.
Especially when they're just a fascist
Yeah,
organization.
especially when they're just
you
straight
need
up
to
Nazis.
be the fucking boogeyman. Batman figured this shit out a long time ago.
Yes,
We
he
should get
did.
on it.
Come on, y'all. Let's get together, huh? So yeah,
Yeah.
Hongo attacks the base. It's very fun. In the cemetery, the group is attacked by Shocker, but is rescued by Hongo. The Moto Club gang gets away as Hongo defeats Urchin Dogma with a Rider drill shoot. Back at Shocker's base, Ambassador...
Oh, hold on.
Oh, okay. Jewish web, yeah,
This is his moment. This is the moment with the egg.
Oh, yes. Yes. So, yeah, the gang gets attacked by Shocker. They get kidnapped. Urchin Dogma is like, I'm gonna feed y'all to my egg because it needs human cells to grow. And then I'm gonna...
Needs your
I'm
baby cells.
I'm gonna turn Japan into a nest of Urchin Dogma eggs. And then Urchin Dogmas are gonna take over the world. And people are like, oh no, it's so horrible. And then we see a gravestone just kind of fall over in the background. And then Hongo steps on this egg and squishes it to death. It is gruesome.
It's messy.
They like filled this thing with like yellow paint or something, and it just squirts out.
Yeah, it's
It's
like
so
there's
fucking good.
there's no good like onomatopoeia that does it justice without sounding really uncomfortable kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which just shows how much work they've really did with that. It's great.
My
Also, just shoutouts to Takeshi Hongo, grave desecration moments.
yeah, he
like
he fucked around in this fight scene for sure. He was just like, I don't give a shit about any of your ancestors.
From the jump, he fucking blasted a grave and then stomped on an unborn child.
Yeah.
Just digging his heel into it and grinning ear to ear.
Yeah, really. Hongo truly off the shits on this one.
It's pretty amazing.
This is I know we've said this ever so many times, but this is one of those moments where even if you aren't caught up with the show, you really just kind of got to go watch this one live, because no description can possibly do justice to the visual of Hongo just stepping on this egg and absolutely massacring it. But I did want to point out that I did have the wherewithal to put a note that just said, after I saw that, "Boss, you murdered a child."
Amazing.
Way to go, Hongo. That right there is why you're the best.
The graveyard fight scene's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We absolutely ruin the white jumpsuit.
we annihilate the back of that jumpsuit. We start rolling around in some dirt.
Yeah. I'm just rolling around like a piggy.
God.
You'll love to see
Just
it.
every inch of white out of there.
Stained.
And also we get a shocker brother.
Yeah. Requisite one
After
per
this
episode.
really goofy spot of him just like zigzagging through shockers.
Fuck
Mooks.
Goofy. I loved that spot. That shit ruled.
It was pretty great. Like, I can't deny it, but it was unique.
Yeah.
They haven't done something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Love to see him busting out something new. And then of course return to one of the Shocker Jacksons. You love to see the Shocker brothers getting a paycheck.
This guy has to be relatively new, because it only really started springing up
Like
somewhat
Rosaronga,
recently. But every episode since has had at least one spot where a Shocker Mook just starts doing backflips.
You know what it was? Is one of the Shocker Mooks started seeing how Taki do, and he got fucking jealous.
Yeah, right?
He was like, I could do a flip if I tried.
Join the action club.
Yeah, Japan the
I was
Japan
gonna say,
Action
like,
Club.
do we just have like another Japan Action Club alum, and they're just like, yeah, I'll be a mook, do some flips.
That is almost assuredly what it is. That almost definitely it was one day Taki rolled up to set and was like, "Guys, meet your new mook. This dude can flip like it's nobody's business." And my man started flipping, whipping, and dipping, and they were like, "You are so hired." And you know what? It was an objectively correct decision.
The spots are always good too.
They're so
because
good.
They always just do a bunch of flips, and then Kamen Rider just no sells it and punches them.
Yeah.
This one, I think he was chasing him
Yeah.
while he was flipping.
Yeah, he was.
Get back!
Yeah. And then he stabs him.
Too wily, and then he just
we have brought back the blunt sticks that can stab for some reason. So yeah, Hongo just stabs this dude with a blunt object. You know, like he does.
Owie.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Shocker brother.
I mean,
You know, actually, I was just about to say we know you'll be in the next episode, but I don't think we actually saw Shocker brother in the next episode.
oh damn it, the Stirk Up broke.
Yeah. Now that I'm thinking, I can't remember a spot where there was, because that one was so focused on plot for once.
Yeah, no kidding.
They were too busy telling a story.
Like, I remember at a certain point in this episode, I was thinking, like, wow, this is, like, perhaps one of the most nothing episodes, and maybe not even a very good one. But, like, And then I realized we still had like 10 minutes to go, and we were setting a bunch of shit up.
Yeah, this was literally just like a setup episode. They were just like, we're about to pay off a bunch of shit in the next episode. So pay attention, but only to the end. Speaking of the end, let's talk about it. Back at Shaka's base, Ambassador Hell and the Shaka leader speak about the new cyborg. And at the Moto Club, the young boy that was rescued joins the Rider Kids Club.
Yeah, this poor orphan.
Yeah, we
no resolution for him. He just gets to join the boy army.
Yeah, we induct the orphan into the Bat family, and Ambassador Hell makes a lot of really good faces.
Yeah,
my man acted his ass off these 2 episodes.
He was so distraught.
He's so distraught.
As Fashy Statue is like, what new monster? I don't know what your fuck you're talking about. There's no new monster. You failed.
Yeah, you suck. You suck forever, Ambassador Hell. See what that is on the screen? Yeah, it's called None of Your Goddamn Business.
I ain't gotta tell you shit.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
I'm the Shocker leader, remember? You answer to me, not the other way around.
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
Absolutely, yeah. Fashy Stashy on his hot girl summer shit. Boy, what a sentence.
No, it's great.
Yeah, honestly, I'm a fan of it too. We're gonna leave you to ruminate on that wonderful sentence while we take ourselves a little break, and we'll be right back on to it with the next episode right after this. See you then. Bye bye.
Don't watch the Jikai. It
thoroughly
spoils everything.
Yeah,
about next episode.
Words you leave this in. Yeah, don't watch the Jikai. Just go to the next episode. Don't watch the Jikai. It fucks up everything so bad.
Also,
incredible.
Words, don't watch the Jikai.
Yeah, words, don't watch.
Yeah, please don't.
All right, we're gonna go do some ads. Y'all have a good one. Bye.
We hope you've been enjoying the show so far. If you want to see more from us, check out the Twitter at FirstRidePod. You can also check out the SoundCloud, which is soundcloud.com/first-time-rider. You can also follow us individually on Twitter. KingFats is at KingFats95 with the same Twitch. I, the Magical Whale Gopher, am at WhaleGopher on Twitter and twitch.tv/themagicalwhalegopher. Action Shakespeare can be found on Twitter at ThatGalInTheHat and on her Twitch, Action Shakespeare. That's ACTN Shakespeare. B-Drops can be found at B-Drops-Art on Twitter, and on Twitch they can be found twitch.tv/B-Drops. Additionally, if you still want more, you can check out Tales of Harbor. It is a tabletop role-playing game featuring B-Drops and Action Shakespeare, along with our editor, Wordsy. You can find them over on Twitter at Harbor Tales. And you may also use the hashtag to promote the show with a chance to get your name used in it. Lastly, we have a Patreon up, and any support is fantastic, and if you donate at the $5 tier or higher, you will get a shout out, and that includes lovely people like Public Opinion, RP, and Deadode. Additionally, you can find stickers and note synopses of the episodes and our individual thoughts, and it is a silly time to read through all of that and try to parse together some of our thought processes through the episodes. Honestly, a good time. Without further ado, please enjoy the rest of the show.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the show. Hope you enjoyed that quick little sojourn for the ads. We're going to get rolling right along into the next episode, and that's episode 79, Jigoku Taishi, The Terrifying True Form. Original air date September 30th, 1972. Goes like this. As soon as I pull up the synopsis. Alright, goes like this. The episode opens with the Shocker Kaijin, Ratlander, trying to get a dam worker to open the dam gate and flood a nearby town.
Trying to get a dam worker to open a dam gate.
Dam gate! What's doing my dick? I know what will make Ratlander feel better. We just have to attack him. Shush, 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 shush.
That's basically how it goes.
Shivas! Yeah.
We get the fucking Kamen Rider jump scare.
Yeah, really. So, I mean, I guess, yeah, let's talk about it. So, this episode...
Just kicks right up.
Yeah, this episode just kicks right off. I forget if we even get to see Ratlander, like, sneaking into the area. I think it starts in the dude's house. I'm pretty sure it starts in the dude's house, because my first note of the episode just says, Japanese Steve Harvey, what will he do?
Yeah, some guy, he was like, hey, what's that sound out there? Oh, I don't know. I guess I'll go back to bed. Oh, it's a snake, man, right in my house.
Yeah. So Ratlander starts slapping around. He's like, open the gate. Open the goddamn gate. He's like, I can't open the gate. I'm gonna flood all of these places. Let me do some exposition, even though I'm being assaulted right now.
You're a maniac. We can't possibly do this thing and do all those things to those people.
Yeah. And then Ratlander drops the bomb. He's like, I've already put all my venom in and poisoned the water anyway. You open that goddamn gate or else. And then we see the glow-in-the-dark eyes of the cyborg karate bug man, Kamen Rider. It's such a good shot.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
Pitch black in this room. You can't see the rest of the suit. And just the eyes just glow to say, motherfucker, I am going to kill you. And then they start throwing hands as Hongo is wont to do. So yeah, starting off early with the combat on this one.
Time to fight. That might be the record holder of time to fight scene. Of like,
yeah,
going from opening song to fighting a kaijin, like right off the bat.
Yeah, this one's got to be the record holder, huh? I don't think we've ever gotten there this quickly before.
I don't think we will again unless we stop an episode mid-fight.
Yeah, probably
start
not.
It again.
Speaking of getting there this quickly, we've got an incredibly early view of our monster for the episode. So let's talk about Ratlander and what he looks like.
Unfortunate.
I guess that's fair. I don't know. I dig this suit, honestly.
He's kind of a little guy.
He does have very little guy energy. I do just want to take a brief moment to point out, because I ended up getting a proper picture for him. But so I wanted to still shout out this this other picture I found where it looks like someone online took like one of the old Ratlander toys and like either they modified it or they like tried to make a new toy that looked more like the actual Ratlander. It looks really good, though.
Yeah.
Mm.
Also, clarification. I got my kaijus, got my words mixed up now, all of them.
Yeah.
I think Ratlander looks fine.
Yeah, you're thinking of the other freak that's in this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of V3 Cyborg.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, shout out to what looks like it might be the Gold Wolf form of Colonel Zol in the background
like
of
Gold Wolf, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's unmistakably so.
How appropriate. But why, you ask?
Well, we'll find out
If
later,
you
but
watch
first
the
we're going to
G-Kai,
talk
you
about
know.
the suit. Yeah, if you watch the G-Kai, you already know, in which case, shame on you. And if you haven't, then we'll talk about it in a bit, unless you've already watched the episode, in which case, you know. The point is, we're talking about Ratlander and the suit and how it looks. My favorite quality, his fins.
Yeah.
I love these fins.
I think they're an excellent touch, and I think, well, I can't say why, but I don't know. If we're committing to keeping this spoiler until we actually mention it in the synopsis, then I will withhold why I appreciate them. But
I think if we're gonna do that, we should withhold speaking about him. Really,
I guess so. Yeah.
I guess that's fair. All right.
Him look like a snake. Here's the short version.
Yeah, here's the short version. Him look like a snake,
With
and
fins.
Snake like a...
Him a
Yeah, more a
lizard.
lizard. He does
Yeah,
have
he
arms. So he
He has
can
an
hug.
arm.
What is his other Gwipper? The action figure does not
It's-
show. Oh, there it is.
his-
Never mind.
his
All
other
right,
Gwipper,
it
a
was
tail.
a noodle.
Yeah, he got him got a noodle.
He's got a danger noodle.
Wet noodle.
God, yeah. This is a cool ass costume though. Like I like the
It's a-
colors. Very striking, kind of like blue, red, and white kind of stuff,
Yeah.
but a light blue.
Great colors on him. I also really
Mhm.
like the texture, the way they kind of the way he looks sort of cobbled together, the same way like Lizard Man looks.
Yeah.
If you if
Mhm.
looking at the
Scales.
head specifically, makes me really think of the Snake Away snakes from Dragon Ball Z.
Sure.
He looks like one of those snakes, and I think that's cool. Anyway, actually getting back to the podcast stuff. Where were we? Oh yes, yeah, trying to get the dam worker to open the dam gate
Yeah.
and flood the nearby town,
No.
stating he has already poisoned the water. Hongo arrives as Kamen Rider and fights with Ratlander, but he gets away. Taki and Hongo speak on how a Shocker agent let them know about the plan. We then jump to the Shocker base, where Ambassador Hell is apprehended for being the traitor who revealed Shocker's plans. Back at the Kids Club, the gang receives a pigeon from Shocker, inviting Hongo to be witness to Ambassador Hell's execution. Hongo and Taki decide to go to save Ambassador Hell. While Hongo is brought in by Shocker, Taki heads in from a back way.
I said it in at the time. I like this dynamic of
Yeah,
I don't know what it is about this where they're just like, yo, we're gonna kill a traitor, like a really high ranking one. Kamen Rider, I
come
promise.
bear witness.
We won't touch you if you want to check it out, because like I think that I think it would be fun for both of us, right?
Yeah. You've known Ambassador Hell a long
Very
time.
nice.
I feel like you deserve this.
They share such a beautiful moment later.
They do, yeah.
Bee's affection levels to Ambassador
Yeah.
I'm so-
It was beautiful, honestly. I was very drawn into the drama this episode, not
Yeah.
going to lie.
They play it really well. Like Ambassador Hell is being forsaken, and like they're wrapping his ass in chains. They're putting
Yeah.
him to the guillotine.
Yeah, they're going to guillotine this man.
His head
doesn't
don't fit.
His head not fit.
It's too damn big for his guillotine.
Him head too big for him, goddamn guillotine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe I said it at the time, but my notes do read that he is a 3-drop job minimum. Like, there's
Yeah.
no way that thing's getting
mean-
through all of that.
Either that or it's like a hole punch.
They just keep pressing it. He just the fucking Mook has to sit on it.
Get some mooks to, like, sit on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
they
wait.
gotta go get the Chufty Mook.
Oh.
Pack it like a suitcase. They're just hopping up and down on the darn thing.
Gruesome.
I mean, sadly, surprisingly
Yeah.
realistic.
Truly.
These were not one-time spectacles generally. In reality, a lot of the use of the guillotine was actually like a full-time show. You'd get a whole line of people, and your blades are dull and poorly aligned, and things get bad. You want to be at the front of the
want to be
line,
at
I
the
assure
front of the
you.
line.
Yeah, you want to be the opening act.
Because let me tell you, closing for that night of
What if-
entertainment is not going to be fun.
I'm just imagining like an entertainer, an actor intentionally going last to just put on a last
Yeah,
show.
really ham it up.
Just throw out jokes.
Yeah, just do the one last bit of slapstick as he gets chopped in half.
Yeah, if you maintain the ability to do
Fucking
so.
entered the guillotine with
That's
with
part of
his
the fun.
midsection.
Yep.
I'm not getting my head chopped off. I want to be chopped in half. Painfully.
Yeah, listen, these people paid for a show.
Yeah. But then it's like, oh no, there's, lifts up. It's a metal belt. That's not going to work. Yeah, I don't know.
The whole routine.
There's
They gotta dig
there's
all the
a-
stuff out of his
yeah.
pockets.
He's got the fake guts. He spills them all over the audience.
Yeah.
Blah!
Just kidding.
The people who are running the guillotine, they're tired. It's
They're
like
so-
80
yeah.
degrees, and they've been out in the sun. They're just like, I'm sorry, I'm so done with your act, man. Please.
Irons is eating it up though.
Oh yeah,
Well,
for
literally.
sure.
But
They've just cycled
they are
out a
poor.
little bit.
Mm.
I mean, well, there's some that are probably eating it up. A
Well,
little
at the
bit,
height
but,
of the
like,
use of the guillotine, they might actually truly be starving.
They might be going for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know?
Oh.
Yeah.
Eat your heart out. Well, if you insist.
Yeah.
It's this guy's masterclass. He goes up from the ranks of like just a normal person to being an aristocrat, and so he can get killed. And then he does this act.
Masterclass of
Well.
being an enemy of the people.
Yeah, but my magnum opus.
I wish that were
Step
me.
1: become an enemy of enemy of the common folk.
Yeah. Become a class
Yeah.
traitor.
It's that easy.
Yeah,
It's so easy.
that's why it's all the more cathartic. Everyone knows this person's name.
If there's one thing the French historically adore, it's a class traitor.
Ain't that the truth? Speaking of traitors, where were we in the synopsis?
The guillotine.
Yeah, we're getting on the guillotine bit. I
yeah,
think, there was some stuff about... There wasn't too much between message and guillotine. It was mostly them being like, this is
No.
probably a trap.
Yeah,
So we're gonna
that's pretty much
prep
all there was.
something. So Taki is out in his Coast Guard hat doing something.
Yeah. Parkour.
There was that little moment of Takeshi getting blindfolded by the
Yes.
mooks.
You cannot
Yeah.
see where the base is.
Cute.
And he gets led in.
And also a bunch of the people who are handling the execution look like KKK. Because this is Shocker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
the
in
execution
black.
room is amazing. We got a gong. We got
It's also-
the dry ice smoke. We got the guillotine.
You got just a skeleton.
Yeah.
He's hanging out.
Yeah, I could only hope that my execution would be so well coordinated.
Mm-hmm. Give me your notes.
Yeah, we'll make sure
it
we
happens.
get you
Oh,
a good execution.
you're very kind.
We will also make sure to rescue you from said execution.
Hmm.
Well, that's part of the execution.
Listen, you can all you want, B, but we need you alive to do this podcast.
It's gonna be like when he's 87.
I have to wait that long?
Yes,
I'll
it's-
just die myself. Jesus.
or like before you die, like a few days. It's a nice send off, you know.
I guess.
Listen, B, the
Fine, we can hit you when you least expect it.
Thank you.
99.
yeah,
You think I'm gonna
You-
make it that
see, you'd
long?
never expect.
exactly.
Well,
I'm gonna take
Yeah,
you out like
well,
Betty
To
White.
die of natural causes. Pathetic.
and then we're gonna revive you just so we can kill you again
Yeah.
through the
By
execution.
the time you get to 99,
Dang,
you're not
the
going to want to be
technology.
executed anymore. And then, that's how we'll know it'll be good.
Yeah, I guess at that point I might want to hit 100.
Yeah, you'll be
before
like,
I
no,
die.
wait. And we'll like,
Yeah,
you
the day
asked.
before
Gotta
100.
Betty White your ass. Sorry, man.
Sorry, dog, you asked for this.
I believe she did it out of spite.
I'm almost
Probably.
1,000% sure she did it because she was
No,
like, hey guys, you know it'd be hilarious.
yeah, like literally. This is the funniest time to do it.
Yeah.
The day before my fucking birthday.
Day before her birthday.
It's
Just
hilarious.
succumbed.
Just lied in bed and held her breath for a
Yep.
while. I'm sorry, Betty. I shouldn't be speaking about you.
No, I
this
think she'd
way.
like it. We're making jokes.
You're a real person. I don't know. I hope I am not doing a disservice to your memory.
I really
Speaking overly
I really
familiarly.
do agree that Betty White probably did it for laughs if she had a say in it, or at
Yeah.
least would have found it if she didn't have a say in it, and she was, and her ghost came back. I think she would laugh her ass off.
Oh, for sure.
About
I
it.
think Betty White would find this fucking hysterical.
She was a jokester,
She was.
and
She was a woman who loved comedy and making people laugh.
But yeah, it's sad, but at the same time, I appreciate the punchline.
Yeah, really.
It was an easy blow to take, if only because it was so funnily timed.
Yeah, it definitely helped. Also,
R.I.P. Betty White.
yeah, I was gonna say shout out to all the tweets that Zach Fox got. I think I remember even seeing a tweet from him, like slightly before he understood what had happened, where he was like, "Why do people keep adding me? I don't understand." And he was
He's
like,
the
"Oh
one-
shit."
Is that's because I think I have one of his that song on.
Yeah, it is specifically so to give a little context for folks who might not know. Zach Fox is friends with a producer who works in the hip hop game named Kenny Beats. Kenny Beats has a show he does on YouTube called The Cave, where he has a rapper friend of his come in, he makes them a beat in like 20 minutes, and then he has them freestyle on it. On one of his episodes of The Cave, he had comedian and budding rapper Zach Fox come on. And on Zach Fox's episode of The Cave, he did breakout hit of 2018 or something.
Yeah.
Jesus is the one.
Parentheses, I got depression.
Yeah, parentheses, I got depression.
This song fucking rules, and yeah, every time I listen to it, I'm just like, oh my god.
It is a hilarious song, and it's like the second or third line of the song
It's how
is
he
him
keeps-
saying, R.I.P. Betty White, not because she's dead, but for when she died, because I know it's coming up.
I know it's coming.
And so when she died, everyone was like, well, Zach, you were right. So R.I.P. Betty White, because now she's dead. We knew it was coming up. It's if you have not actually seen the episode of The Cave where Zach Fox does Jesus is the One, I recommend you go find it and watch it, because it is a delight.
It's on YouTube.
It's on it's free on YouTube.
Also, the song, also just
Yeah,
Legitimate-
if you haven't
legitimate
heard
banger.
it is incredibly catchy, and also features hilarious and insane lines like "I'm gonna dip my balls in some Thousand Island dressing." 'Cause I got depression. I people always talk about that one, but my favorite one is still, without a doubt, "I'm gonna rob my mama and spend the money on an old Chevy." Because I got depression.
Shout
God
out
bless
to
Zach
Mental
Fox.
Illness.
Yeah, shout out Mental Illness.
But anyway.
Thank you. I was very tempted to finish the rest of the line.
Nope.
No, we can't do it. Ambassador Hell, he's getting executed, but luckily we got Taki and Hongo here to save the day. Let's talk about how. Here we go. Hongo and Taki are able to rescue Ambassador Hell, and Hongo faces off against the Shocker Kaijin, Krabat.
Who?
Yeah, let's talk about him. So this is the dude that we hinted at last episode. We're not done with him this episode either, but we've seen him more properly, and we gave him a name, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a great name.
Krabat.
Yeah, so you might be wondering, why is he called Krabat? Well, you see, it's very simple.
Give you a guess.
Yeah, you get the guess. Did you guess it's because him half crab and him half bat? Because if you did, congratulations, you're
I
correct.
thought he was a cravat. I'm sorry.
Ah, darn.
Good try, but no. No, he is simply a crab bat creature, not unlike a Pokemon. Except bad actually is the thing.
Yeah, except without a point of charm on his
Yeah.
whole body.
Well, he's got
What a shame. I do remember joking
He's got one point of charm on
in
him.
the previous episode when he grabbed Takeshi from off screen that it was Boxman.
I mean,
on account of him one bird hand.
Yeah. Oh, hey, look, we actually have pretty good pictures of Krabat.
I mean, he's obviously so
Krabat.
important.
Oh, this is
Oh,
this is
absolutely.
a stellar picture of Krabat. You can really see all of his charm points.
Oh no!
Wow,
Gopher, we need to drive this boat away
I completely
immediately.
glossed over that.
It's crashed.
Yeah,
I can't
no.
do it. How
I
did
don't
you?
know.
I
was
mean,
on
I
his face
didn't-
too much.
I don't think I noticed until like
Please,
the
my
G-Kai,
eyes
but
are
then
up
when
here.
I saw, yeah,
I just
God,
it's
shoot. The dick.
I am going to take a skinning knife to your front side.
no, he needs it.
No.
no, it's just it's made so much worse that it really looks like it should belong to a fur.
Aw, poor furries.
Oh, Sankara. Oh,
Yeah.
Sankara. No.
The
Feels me
Sankara,
up.
the Sankara penis shirt is legendary.
It's
I hate.
B. Yeah, B is insanely upset.
It's no, it's not. And it's there's no like good. So here's the thing, right? Because I can think about other things that it might look like, but there's no way that we can detract like this imagery we've already established to make it any better. There's no good way to describe it anymore.
It's
So, for those of you who are not going to watch the episode, allow me to painfully take a moment to address the elephant in the room that
yeah,
we
it's an
are
elephant, all right.
somewhat dancing around. Shut.
It even looks like a trunk,
I
baby.
was gonna say, yeah, that's a whole trunk.
What a
In
guy.
any case, he is half crab, half bat, in a very unappealing way. He is green and purple with a little bit of yellow accenting. He's got kind of like a Nosferatu face going on a
Little
little
bit, yeah.
bit, though. He has a bird hand for some reason. He's got like the yellow textured hand for some reason, and on his front side he has what I believe is intended to be crab plating, because real crabs do have such a thing, which can indicate, based on the shape, the sex of the crab. And I believe that's what they're going for here. You can
Yeah.
see the sex of
Yeah.
the crab indicated by
Yeah, you
this
sure can.
plate that they have made entirely too large.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
Is that not
Well,
clear enough?
It,
Is that not clear
it
enough?
goes down
Here's
from
the
the,
thing.
abdomen.
Mm-hmm.
They say the one on boy crabs looks like a rocket.
Well,
Yeah.
the one on this boy crab looks like a
Sam.
trunk.
Or a bong.
Or a bong, yeah. All quills,
See,
no
that's where
pillows.
my brain went too. But it's like
2 walnuts and a
Hmm.
bong.
I'm going to eject myself out of the gravitational pull of this galaxy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very
Yes.
long and it tapers at the
Yeah.
front.
Mm.
It's
It's so
Sad.
unfortunate.
you know, I don't
to
I
have
wonder if it is unfortunate.
For
What do
me,
you mean you
it's
I,
unfortunate
wonder?
for me.
I wonder if this was not intentional.
I believe it must be, right? He's a crab, and I think that's entirely the
No,
intention.
I don't think that was the intention. I think the intention was funny senior prank. What if we gave our monster a penis? I think the costume department was fucking around and was like, let's see if we can sneak a dick on this guy. And their fucking manager said, "Who's been sewing dicks?"
Who's been sewing dick?
Yeah,
You know,
no,
yeah,
it's
okay.
No, yeah, I mean, yeah, I
it's accurate. It's just unfortunate for me in my eyes.
I don't know how much credit
To have
give
to
them
perceive.
as far as that actual anatomy. Like, if I wanted to just give them the most credit I possibly could, I would just say that's just a weirdly long piece for, their central piece that they wanted to put some kind of
Mhm.
center armored codpiece thing,
yeah.
to go with the rest of the crab
It
armor,
just-
because it's on his legs and his shoulders and such.
And the other thing too is like with the way this thing is set up, it's like literally just a way to through line the top half of the body with the bottom half of the body. If they had just put like
Yeah, why isn't it just
the
a
rounded
continuation?
part. Yeah, like if this was just chucked underneath the chest piece, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
It like goes
Yeah.
past the chest piece, which is that's the weirdest part.
Yeah, like
Is that
it
goes
looks like it's
past.
supposed to connect to on the inside, but they just didn't do that. And so instead,
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a weird piece of craftsmanship. Looking at it from a different angle in a different picture, just kind of like, I don't know. It's just a continuation of the crotch piece.
yeah.
Wretched,
Awkward.
hate it,
Yeah, it's an
horrible.
awkward clash of the design elements. It's funny because also for people who are not just checking on it, to keep in line with the discussion, when B said it was half crab, half bat, we're literally talking like Two-Face.
Yeah,
And
like
it's
split down the middle.
Yeah, left
Split
and
down
right.
the middle of left and right. I can be your angle or your crab. It is just a guy he's got one bat ear sticking out of one side, and just armored shell on the other. Crab hand, bat claw, eagle claw. It does look
And
like.
Yeah. I hate that they've made a crab man that I
Finally.
hate. Typically, I see them, and I have a neuron activation, but
But this time, the neuron activation was for me.
Ugh.
Such genuine disgust.
Apologies, but I hate this wretched
No,
creature.
that's fair. There's not a lot to
I-
like about the thing that I'm starting to come around on hating this dude. The more that I'm looking at pictures of his face specifically, he looks like if in an episode of Star Trek a Ferengi got turned into a mutant.
Oh my god, yes. He's got like
Yeah.
the facial
Yeah,
wrinkles and, the
the
long
super
wide
wide
ears.
nose and everything. Yeah,
Goofy ass teeth.
His nose is also blue
Double-
for some
double
reason.
It's a story all about a guy blue
guy with a blue face and all everything is all
If
blue.
it's
and a blue Corvette and his girlfriend isn't there because he's sad.
No.
Oh.
Well,
Because he ain't got nobody to listen.
I'm blue.
well, that's our podcast, everybody. We're gonna go listen to Eiffel 65 now.
The first time I heard that song was the Kids Bop.
Wow! On God?
Yes.
What year was this?
I could not tell you. I believe I was in middle school.
Wow.
I just heard it because it was new.
Yeah, I was gonna say I had vivid memories of like in the year 2000 listening to like that One More Time and Cher's Life After Love on the radio as a little kid, and also thinking that Cher was a dude because of her voice.
What?
I didn't know who Cher was. I was like 5, and there was just something about the
Godspeed,
way
Queen.
she sung that song specifically that I was like, I'm pretty sure this is a boy. No one ever
Auto-tune
told me the
fucked you
name of the
up.
audience. Yeah, Auto-Tune fucked me up major.
It's so weird to think about that being like that's like one of the first major uses of autotune. for that.
Fucking
song.
love that song now, though.
It's a bop. I love hitting the
Live After Love fucking rules.
I always do a silly voice and sing the bridge, and it cracks my mom up. But yeah, Blue. I can pinpoint that to 2000 because it was 4th grade because we used it as a means to learn the order of operations in my 4th grade class.
It's
Because I had one of those cool teachers who liked doing weird shit like that. And he was a hit. I love that guy. I know PEMDAS because of it. It was very useful, actually. Turns out when you put shit to music, I learned a lot of things pretty well.
You know,
PEMDAS, several multiplication tables, and all of the presidents.
Shout out to Schoolhouse Rock. Yeah, I can think of quite a few things that I know specifically because I can recite the Schoolhouse Rock song. Also, God, weird to think about that you were in 4th grade when I was in kindergarten.
You fucking youngins.
I am but a wee baboo. Except isn't Gopher younger than me? Boy.
Yeah.
We got all types on this podcast. Anyway.
It's like a cell phone bars.
Yeah, we're like Singular. Y'all motherfuckers remember Singular?
Yes.
I do. With the little guy.
Little guy. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, we were talking about Kamen Rider. And I think we've spoken enough about Cravat for a lifetime for B-Drops, so let's move on.
It's okay. We'll talk about him more next episode.
Shit, you're right. I'm so sorry, B.
I cannot simply find the will to crack this man open.
B,
and
if
eat
you
him.
want to just not show up next episode and we'll get a guess, you are absolutely welcome.
I will simply be angry.
You know, I can appreciate that.
Destroyed.
I have my sworn duties of at least the death toll to account for.
If you want to bow out after the death count, welcome to. Anyway. Back at the kids club, Taki and Hongo speak with Ambassador Hell about Ratlander's next plan and head out to go stop him. Meanwhile, at the kids' corp, Ambassador Hell reveals himself to be Ratlander and kidnaps Tachibana and the girls.
What the?
Dun, dun, dun.
That whole sequence is so funny.
I can't.
It was very fun.
Yeah. They're giving him snacks, and
This whole,
he, just turns around when they start
they start whispering about him, directly in front of him, and he just, spins his chair around to look at the corner.
It's the whole scene. He's in the shot. Turn to the wall. Oh well, back to the wall.
I wouldn't want to be rude and
It's so
eavesdrop.
Ambassador Hell's being a good guy act is so funny, and I do agree with
fun.
Bean that was very charming. I don't know what it was about it. Him trying to be a face and everybody being like, "Oh, this is weird." He's a giant Nazi cockroach.
Part of it was definitely when what starts the act, which is when he sees Hongo at his execution, and he's just like, "Well, now that we aren't enemies anymore, I just want to say it was an honor fighting against you. You're a good warrior." And Hongo's just like, it was an honor to fight against you. And it's just like, damn.
Yeah.
Honor among thieves. Not the D&D movie. Sorry.
I need to watch that preview, and
it's not.
I'm a little afraid.
It doesn't
You've already
look
watched
bad
it
necessarily, but
no, it's just you've already watched it.
I know, I understand what you mean too, but I'm still curious.
I figure it'll be passable. And then maybe they can do something a little more fucky with it if they make a decent amount of money on it.
Yeah, the notion of it potentially being able to be something if audiences see it would be what I cross my fingers for, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just impossible to have that that much optimism these days. Like,
True.
people don't take risks on stupid shit anymore.
Yeah.
And that's one of the saddest things about Hollywood today.
For sure.
It's all gotta check some boxes.
I'd like to think that it's gonna flop initially. Internet's gonna do the Morbius thing. They're gonna bring it back, but this time it actually makes a ton of money.
Interesting prospect.
And then it's the middle ground between like whatever was going on with the Minions and whatever was going on with Morbius.
They retconned the Minions lore! I did not watch that movie for that reason.
I have...
What?
I feel like most people are interpreting that as Gru has learned to replicate them, and so both things are true.
Boo,
Which is
they're just trying to
little bit of a
bank in on
cop-out.
these stupid
Well,
little
of course they
creatures,
are.
these little
Yeah,
yellow
of course.
butt plugs.
Oh, duh.
That's like saying Disney is trying to bank money off of Mickey Mouse. Like, no shit.
Ugh,
Best.
I'm not even invested in the franchise, and yet something about that was very upsetting to me.
I
So-
do.
I'm so sorry.
I apologize for my outfit.
No. This is a good segue because I truly have not seen a Despicable Me since the first one. What the fuck is going on with the Minions?
They
There
are
was-
apparently
I-
some kind of ancient race that popped out of nowhere and serves the most evil person in the room, basically.
Okay.
And they got frozen during the periods that would have been World War II, so they didn't have to.
hey.
Yeah.
Thank God.
They didn't have to think about that one.
Don't need minions showing up with shocker.
Yeah,
Gonna
for real.
just skip that one.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
so they,
yes.
They
But then a
reemerged.
minion.
and eventually find Gru.
Okay,
Yes.
and apparently this movie
Yes.
now retcons that somehow.
No, that's
No,
That's
that's
the
the
new
new lore. The old lore is that there was environmental
Mhm.
storytelling within the first movie that elaborates that Gru makes the minions out of corn
Oh
kernels.
yeah, that's right.
it's just a bunch of mutated corn kernels that learn to speak French.
Look, sometimes when you're corn, you learn how to speak French.
I have such a weird conflicted thing with the minions because it's like I don't dislike dumb little asides with a bunch of little goobers.
Yeah.
And I think they were perfectly fine and tolerable in the movies that weren't focused on them.
But
it
once
was
you
like-
make movies that are
Mhm.
focused on them,
I mean, it's just like it's that all the time, which isn't necessarily bad, but it's just like, oh man, this is nothing but butt jokes, and it's like I'm okay with occasional aside butt joke with
but when
In
it's
the middle of a
nonstop
plot.
butt jokes, yeah.
I don't know. It's and also that new Minions trailer is like spelling out all the plot beats of the movie, which is really weird to me.
Trailers keep doing that shit nowadays, and I don't
It's
understand
insane. Like, why are you doing this so
Here's-
thoroughly?
it. We're
It's
gonna,
a Minions
we're gonna tell
movie.
you literally
Trailer.
every single thing that happens in this movie to convince you to go watch it. Why? I just saw it in less time.
Yeah,
for
people
free.
are going to see your Minions movie. You can leave them with a few details that they don't
Yeah.
know about. It's a franchise that is making you money already.
Very
Worried?
strange.
Are you worried people are gonna consider this worth seeing?
You know,
Does
Maybe.
not make millions and millions of dollars for you
billions and billions.
and
Dollar
merchandising.
dues.
But it matters not when we spent $100 million on the movie.
You're right.
Yeah.
I want cheaper, worse-looking movies. This is my sincere opinion.
Yeah. Well,
It's that post
Yeah.
about the video games, but also for movies.
for
For
everything,
just
yeah,
most
really.
things.
I
honestly,
want people to be paid
little
more
bit.
for stuff that costs less and looks worse, and I'm not joking.
Amen.
Absolutely.
The
This
classic.
is an ideal world.
What do you think UB drops?
Huh?
Yeah, B.
Uh,
Do the work, the less.
Yeah, make me pay you more for stuff that looks worse. And
Yeah.
I don't know if you'd truly be satisfied with
You
such a
don't know,
thing.
No, I would be.
Shakes your
Kamen
silence is
Rider.
deafening.
What? I
I'm
might have
joking.
spaced out a little.
Yeah, so Ambassador Hell, it turned out him Snake. Now we talk about Snake? Or finish synopsis, then talk about Snake?
I guess there's not a
There's
whole
not
lot
a ton.
left.
Yeah, we're in the desert,
already.
so we might as
huh?
well.
Yeah, talk about
Yeah, let's
Snake.
talk about Snake. Ranking
Okay,
of Snake.
apparently we're
Snake
talking
number
about Snake.
33. We're adding him to the list.
Good. It's about damn time.
Yeah, is
Because then I would have to
I'm
add
glad
Cobra
you're
Man.
finally getting some.
Yes, you would. And
No,
Sea
you
Snake
wouldn't.
Man.
There's so many snakes now, actually.
There's a couple of snakes.
At least they've given us a variety of species, as Ambassador L did elaborate on.
This is true.
This,
Took me too long to realize it's a rattlesnake.
despite saying Rattler gone or whatever the hell is.
Ratlander. He's Chris Ratlander.
There can
The
only be
galaxy's
one-
greatest.
All right.
No, I was just.
Two different places with that shit.
Yeah, maybe a little.
Yeah, no, I was just, my brain wasn't ready for, like, I was still on like I was trying to get like a lizard out of Lander somehow. Like, what type of lizard is that? And it's like a lizard plus a rat.
Some
No.
kind of rat lizard. What are you talking about?
What are you-
Because it's like crab bat. I'm like, okay, rat Lander. That's gonna be something too.
No, remember, this is an old Shocker
it's not-
Kaijin.
uh,
Different naming convention.
I mean, yeah, but yeah, it's, it's fair. It's because of Ratlander stuff.
I mean,
but,
what the fuck is Urchin Dogma?
noun concept?
Yeah,
I
he's
guess.
like, yeah, it's barely anything.
I guess Ratlander is technically a noun concept.
It's Rattlelander.
I don't know.
It's amusing. I like
Point
it.
is, I also think it's good wordplay because it does focus on the rat,
Yeah,
and he's
and he's a traitor.
seen as a traitor.
Yeah, he's a dirty rat.
It's neat.
He's a snake. Also a
Both.
thing for
It works
traders.
both ways.
Yeah, it's all coming together.
I think it works.
It's like poetry. Right.
I was
There he
just
is.
gonna- I was just gonna say that.
The Japanese rattlesnake, Stone Cold Jigoku Daishi.
Yeah. we definitely made some JR calls.
Yeah.
Ah, son of a bitch!
You make me sick. Damn it.
Like with like a dash of MJF
Yeah.
from that time that he said, "I have ADHD." And I want you all to feel. No, it was very heartfelt, and I shouldn't actually make fun of that because I'm pretty sure 90% of it was real. But and then he made a man bleed all over his shirt the next day. So
Eh,
a whirlwind
take the good
of
with the bad.
emotions,
yeah.
you know. it was very good.
I just want to, since we brought him up, I just
Double
want to take a
turn.
brief sojourn to say, boy, JR liked to call people sons of bitches a lot in the 90s, huh?
That was like one of his prime selling points. That's what
Yeah.
made him great. He was
Son of
so
a
mad
bitch.
about things.
He was so fucking mad. 90s JR is so angry all the time. I don't get it.
It was emotional. He was like the most extreme example of emotional investment so
Yeah.
you could get invested. Like
Yeah.
every wrong committed in front of JR, he took
He
personally.
he loses his shit.
He is so mad
Damn it!
about people
Damn
being
it!
evil,
You son of a bitch!
especially
How
if
could
it's
you
a
do this?
betrayal.
Yeah. God bless you, JR. Hope you're doing good wherever you are, you old fuck.
He's on the back half of Dynamite. That's where he is.
Oh, I found him. Oh, he's on Rampage.
He doesn't get to do full episodes anymore.
You're too old. The engine don't run that long no more.
Such a weird. Anyways, that's the wrestling segment.
Whoops. Yeah, there you go. That's our wrestling sojourn for
You
the day.
did the double turn.
What do you mean, the wrestling segment?
You're right. It's Kamen Rider. It's all wrestling.
Yeah. Speaking of wrestling, let's talk about this ring gear on Ratlander.
Yeah. Red stripe, jet boots. Oh my! No. He's
Shakes. Talk about him, Vince.
I'm gonna
talk about this man's
Let's talk about this man. I'm gonna go bottom up. The way I like my men.
Yeah. You and me both, brother.
Anyway.
I got that from Jack X Combat Racing.
Kamen Rider!
Very saucy line for me as a kid. What was the hell? He's in a... Okay, so... It isn't like... It's very competently put together, but it's like not a lot of standout. It is reptile pebble plating up his whole body. With spiked shoulders, singular spikes on his shoulders and then also on his elbows. A big ol' tail arm, big ol' noodle that he whips you around with.
Yep.
Beautiful manicured nails. Got that red nail polish popping.
Yeah.
A red belly with white outline to the belly. And then a big ol' snake head with a similar stripe to his belly going down his head. 2 big ass eyes that do glow, which was great. In his reveal, it like the lights go out and then he pops up as the snake and his eyes glow in the dark. A little parallel with Kamen Rider at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah.
It's like Poach. And unlike a rattlesnake, he has 2 big old fins, which I will forgive because they contain the same gold and white stripes as the Ambassador Hell cockroach head.
Yeah.
Which is a great way to tie it all together. And in the spirit of what they may have accidentally done for Dr. Death and didn't do for Colonel Zol.
Yeah, Super did not do that shit for Zol at all.
But I'm glad it's like a growing trend now.
Because we haven't talked about this on a Shocker Kaijin in a bit, and especially this has been the first one to have a different one in a while. I really want to make a point to comment on his belt. Because I think Zol has had like the most unique belt out of anyone we have ever seen. Because it's not like a plate on a strap like it is for everyone else. It is just like a strap that connects straight to like the fashy stashy evil, and it looks really good.
Which I think is actually really like symbolic with what Prissy or the opposite of precedes. Why am I blanking on that?
Follows?
Let's go with follows. There's a fancier word for it, but I can't remember.
Do you mean predates?
No, that is
also precedes.
Yeah, the fancy word for after.
Oh.
Yeah.
We'll
have to Google it.
Come to us in bed, at 3 a.m.
We'll let you know on episode 56
in
of
a
the
different
podcast.
series entirely.
I'm not. I refuse to commit to that shit right now.
Subsequent?
If you give us not entirely sure, but the point here is because of the lack of belt, it kind of feels like he's closer to Shocker, that he is kind of this embodiment of. And can I just I forget, did we finish this synopsis? Can I go into what happens at the end of this
not.
fight?
We didn't get
not
to the
yet.
fight yet.
Okay. Oh, right, we're just
describing Snake.
Setting up it, but yeah. But I just think that with that importance, which I'll get back to later, having that kind of closeness and like lack of belt, ironically, I called it last episode, not we're just going to remove the belt. But having that actually really works.
It's a very good little visual bit that really helps. It helps make him unique, and it helps like really kind of sell the notion of like, oh, this is a top guy in Shocker.
This is a boss.
Yeah, this is what the belt of a boss looks like. Speaking of bosses, let's go ahead and finish up on the synopsis.
We got a whole room of people to kidnap.
Yeah, so Ambassador Hell reveals himself to be Ratlander and kidnaps Tachibana and the girls. Afterwards, Ambassador Hell arrives in front of Taki and Hongo and reveals himself as Ratlander. I don't know why I put this again. This is about the time when I remember being very, very tired. Anyway, Hongo and Taki face off against Shocker, and Ryder beats Ratlander with a Ryder throw and a Ryder kick. After Ambassador Hell's defeat, the Shocker leader says the Shocker Japan branch is no more and will be replaced with a more deadly organization.
This fight scene is silly.
It is a little silly, yeah.
Love that.
Also, okay, before the fight scene, sorry, I looked at my notes. For some reason, he starts beating his chest.
Yeah.
and it does these bass-boosted thumps.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the bass boosted chest bumps.
And that never comes up again. There's no reason for this.
It's just this one bit.
Also, everybody buried up to their necks is extremely funny because we were all bracing for a crucifix.
Yeah, for a crucifixion. I still want to believe that they were just crucified underground.
Their arms are all T-posed and you just can't see it.
Yep.
Like they specifically dug holes for their arms so they would be able to go out. And the rest would be filled in.
I want to make a point to comment on Hongo and his cool remote that blows up two mooks.
Speaking of shit that happens for no reason. The mooks dive. If this was to say that he planted explosives, the mooks dive onto them.
Yeah.
And wait 2 seconds before blowing up.
It truly makes no sense, because what happens is Ambassador Hell shows up. He's like, I was secretly Ratlander the whole time. You've fallen for our trap. Hongo does that thing where he laughs in that way. You know what I'm talking about. And he was like, of course, Taki and I knew that there was a chance this was a trap and that you were lying to us. That's why we came prepared. And he takes out the small little red remote and he pulls out a super long antenna on it and he presses the button, and then, yeah, just as Shakes describes, two mooks dive into some sand, wait 2 seconds, and then explode. And then Hongo throws the remote away.
That's all I got. Time to fight. It's also worth noting that he has a bunch of dudes with swords right behind him, menacing him with their weapons out as he is slowly pulling out the antenna and hitting his button.
Yeah, truly it makes none sense. I don't understand what the spot was or why it happened.
Just wanted to do something.
They just wanted to make Hongo look cool. So he was like, watch me blow up two mooks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess it worked. You do seem pretty cool.
Those mooks did blow up. That's one thing about them you gotta know. Yeah, other than that, this is a pretty standard fight. I was partially disappointed in it, because there's a part where Ambassador Hell, him dig into ground like Snake do. And I really wanted Hongo to try and Goomba stomp his shit, like he did way back in episode 3 with Scorpion Man. But he didn't do that. He just kind of
76 episodes ago.
Yeah, really. But no, he just pulls him out of the sand the normal way, throws him, and then I will say, as much as I've been appreciating the new Rider finishers that we've been getting on some of the Shocker mooks, it was cool to just watch someone go down on a good old-fashioned rider kick.
Yeah, he didn't no-sell
Yeah.
it like that other guy
Yeah.
last week. Who
I do
took
like-
2 finishers and then stood around for like 5 years.
What a douche. I do like that when Ambassador Hell dies, he goes back to being human for
Yeah.
a bit.
It's
And
like
he gets himself a little
Mhm.
monologue.
It reminded me of like an effect from like the original Dragon Ball. Where it's like a puff of smoke and he transforms.
Yeah.
It was like Oolong was like lost his power. It was just like
Yeah,
back to being
totally.
a weird little cockroach.
And
yeah,
it's-
and he got his final words, which is pretty
Ye-
dope.
Yeah, we got a shocker bonsai, which I appreciate that.
I regret nothing, Bonza! Out of here.
Yeah.
Falls to the
Explodes.
crowd and then explodes.
What a
Yeah,
tremendous
it's
great.
he got a good
Mhm.
explosion. Yeah. Great framing
Lots-
on it.
Yeah, they got lots of good sand. You know, they and then also had a separate thing for fire, so you got a little of both.
Oh, this was a pretty dang good episode.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
notion, the first episode that we watched, it was nice to see them in a pair, like not separated by a couple weeks of us watching.
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
good, very serendipitous. But like, yeah, it was refreshing to see such a like commitment to an ongoing narrative, and one that will keep going.
Yeah.
More than just here's a new boss and here's a new monster of the week, of like, here is the death of a boss in the midst of a betrayal scandal and a secret foe that even that boss didn't know about, that hasn't been dealt with yet, and also we're remodeling. Everything must go. We gotta blow
Yeah.
up this base.
We're gonna blow up the base.
They must have had that was such a good little like goodbye to a bunch of props, because they were
Yeah.
like, yeah, we're gonna blow it to shit.
We're gonna, yeah,
This
blow it to high
set's
heaven.
Dunzo. Fashy stashy, boom. Everything.
Yeah. That probably was really cathartic for the people on the crew. And-
Needs more triumphant orchestral music.
True.
Some real, war march stuff. But yeah, it was really nice to just have such a cohesive set of Kamen Riders.
Yeah. I hope this is indicative of what is to come in the future. I doubt it, but I hope at least that we're going to continue to have like a continuous through line plot sort of thing. Because I think that is a change that will be much appreciated and much needed for the show.
Yeah, we'll see. For our last
Hmm.
less than 20
18.
episodes. Yeah.
18
Yep.
episodes.
So
Yeah.
I
Back half.
I mean, that's the.
home stretch. 18 episodes to go.
I also think this is a great send off for Ambassador Hell.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
I keep thinking back to Zol and how
Mhm.
lame that was, and they gave this man an exit. They,
Yeah.
This has been the best of all three
Without a
thus
doubt.
far, in my opinion.
Yeah.
This is definitely the best of the three. Like, we revealed the commander is actually a. Now, admittedly, the Dr. Shinigami one definitely was fun. It had a lot of fun elements to it, but
Mm.
as far as like episodes go, this one was definitely the best. And now we've set up our new bad guy. So going forward, we are going to be facing the wrath of Gel Shocker. We hope that you are as excited as I imagine the rest of the podcast is, because like I said, back half home stretch, we have got 9 podcast episodes to go, and then we are done with original Kamen Rider.
Actually,
Actually,
it might even be less, because I know that one
oh,
of them
one of
was a
them is supposed to
three-parter.
be a
I'll need to
three-parter,
double
huh?
check, yeah.
Yeah, so
It's either it could even be 7 or 8 episodes, and it's just
we are coming up on it, y'all. It's I've been saying this a lot, but it truly now more than ever, sooner rather than later, we are going to be wrapping up this show. And
been a better time to be a gamer.
Yeah, I for one am incredibly excited. Considering the amount of time that we do have, we are probably going to start. At least we're going to start talking amongst ourselves about how we're going to be wanting to do the poll, and then starting to get that set up. So, a reminder that if you join our Patreon at, I believe it is the $10 tier to vote and suggest, correct? I'm asking Gopher specifically because they do most of the Patreon stuff and might remember.
One second. I'm sorry. I don't
if
have
you don't
to
have it memorized, it's fine because I don't have it memorized either.
Oh gosh. Oh no, it's
one of those.
It's terrible.
I'm 95% sure it's the $10 tier.
It's the $2 to $25 tier, probably.
Yes, it's between one of those.
I wouldn't put that past us. We should probably make voting access a little more available. The point is,
no, we definitely did not put it at 25.
I would like to give you all the assurance, personally, that we will get this squared away by the time that we finish this series. Or I will die trying.
No, you don't have to die trying, B. We will get it figured out.
And this is...
I will.
And we have to add...
See, this is clearly all a bit, because... Oh, no. What a way to send off the death count. But it is the $10 tier.
Okay, I was
and
right.
That was just all a bit, clearly. I had it memorized the entire time. Didn't need to check.
It's just good. So anyway, if you join the $10 tier of our Patreon, you will not only be able to suggest a Kamen Rider that you would like for us to watch once we are finally done with Ichigo, but then once all of those are compiled along with the suggestions that we, from the podcast ourselves, will be putting up, you will get to vote on that poll. That is right. You, dear listener, will have the direct power to decide which Kamen Rider we watch next. So, if that seems like a thing that you would be interested in doing, please head on down to the Patreon, sign up for that $10 tier. Like I said, we will be working on figuring out exactly how we want to do that and getting it all set up pretty soon, because like we said, we are going to be done with this series sooner than you might think. So be prepared, be on the lookout for that. Until then, please, remember to check out all of the rest of us here at all the cool stuff that we do. Remember to support, B and Shakes and Wordsy by checking out Tales of Harbor every other Friday on Wordsy's channel. Be good to yourselves, love each other, all that good stuff, and most importantly of all, remember that if you can't believe in God and you can't believe in Buddha, you can always believe in Kamen